Have you ever wondered what it was like to be rich back in the golden age of Hollywood, before the internet, before streaming, when movie stars were basically royalty? These weren't just actors, they were global icons with insane amounts of money. Today, we're going to count down the 4 richest classic Hollywood legends, I promise you. The person at number 1 will absolutely blow your mind. We're talking about a level of wealth almost impossible to comprehend, even today. This isn't just about who made the most money, how they made it, how they spent it, the crazy stories that came with being on top of the world. We dug through historical records, old studio contracts, biographies to find the real numbers. It's one thing to be famous, but it's another to build an empire that lasts generations. These 4 legends didn't just act in movies, they changed the business of Hollywood forever. Pioneers, entrepreneurs, absolute geniuses founding their own movie studios, making incredibly smart investments. We're going to break down exactly how they amassed their fortunes, from their very first paychecks to their peak net worth. So get ready. Chobud shoinen enpai bats shoi dokuine in ben chobender nam and that spaubin show and dawing enspiri. We're counting down from number 4 to number 1, each story bigger and crazier than the last. Kicking off our list at number 4 is an absolute trailblazer, Mary Pickford. You might know her as America's sweetheart from the silent film era, but she was so much more. A business titan in a world dominated by men. She started acting as a child on stage. When she moved to film, her popularity exploded worldwide. She became the most in-demand star in the world. She knew her worth and demanded unheard-of salaries. By 1916, she was commanding $10,000 a week. That's over $250,000 a week today. She negotiated a cut of her film's profits, not an employee, but a partner. In 1919, with 3 other legends, she co-founded United Artists. She wasn't just acting, she became the studio. Income streams, massive acting salaries, production credits, and UA profits. Her wealth grew exponentially, peaking around $50 million then. In today's money, roughly $700 million to $1 billion. She lived like it. With her husband, she built Pickfair, Hollywood's de facto White House, a swimming pool with a sandy beach, and a canoe in Beverly Hills. When lowballed, she said she'd start her own studio. Then did. A major philanthropist, co-founding the Motion Picture and Television Fund and donating millions. All right. Coming in at number 3 is the man they called the King of Hollywood, Clark Gable. Rugged good looks, undeniable charm, and that signature mustache, audiences couldn't get enough. His rise was fast, his reign long, he quickly became MGM's biggest star. The studio's system was in full swing, and Gable was its crown jewel. Hit after hit, it happened one night. Mutiny on the Bounty. Rhett Butler cemented his legacy and financial status, a global phenomenon unlike anything before. His salary was around $120,000, but the real money was leverage from its success. After, his negotiating power exploded, skyrocketing salaries and profit sharing on later films. He was a guaranteed box office draw, hundreds of thousands per film when a house cost only a few thousand. He was a brand, endorsements, prestige, power. His peak wealth is estimated over $100 million today. Pure star power. During World War II, after Carol Lombard's tragic death, Gable enlisted in the Army Air Forces at age 41. He flew 5 combat missions as a B-17 gunner. He was literally a prize target for the enemy. He came back an even bigger star, and his paychecks reflected it. He owned a 20-acre ranch in Encino, valuing privacy and land over Gatsby-level parties. An avid outdoorsman with custom vehicles, wealth used for freedom on his own terms. Number 3. The King of Hollywood. A massive fortune built on the sheer earning power of unadulterated star quality. Coming in at number 2, Douglas Fairbanks, a force of nature. Hollywood's first action hero, you can thank him for rope swinging, sword fighting, stunt-driven cinema. Not just an actor, acrobat, stuntman, and producer, all rolled into one, and insanely rich. His action adventures became massive international blockbusters, epic spectacles. For Robin Hood, he built the largest set in Hollywood history, a full-scale medieval castle. He spared no expense because he knew audiences craved spectacle. He produced his own films and co-founded United Artists with Mary Pickford, Charlie Chaplin, and D.W. Griffith. UA gave him financial independence and creative control. He was the boss. When his films shattered box office records worldwide, profits flowed directly to him. At his peak, his net worth rivaled Pickford's, hundreds of millions in today's dollars. Together, they were perhaps the wealthiest couple in the world, shaping the industry at will. For the Black Pirate, he insisted on two-strip Technicolor, costly and complex. When partners hesitated, he reportedly offered to fund the color production himself. He bet on himself, and it paid off. On European tours with Pickford, they were mobbed like royalty, ambassadors of Hollywood. Beyond films, he bought land early around Beverly Hills and Santa Monica. Values skyrocketed, powering his empire. Number 2. The original action hero, UA founder, and savvy investor who created the blockbuster template, and a colossal fortune. We've seen a studio founder, a king, the original action hero, but number 1 is in a league of his own. It's not even close. Charlie Chaplin. This is going to blow your mind. From extreme poverty in London to the most recognizable figure in cinema, he quickly became the most popular star in the world. His secret, absolute ownership and control. He wrote, directed, produced, edited, and composed his films. Every frame belonged to him. The Gold Rush, City Lights, Modern Times. As a UA co-founder, he owned the rights, the distribution, everything. By the 1920s, he earned over $10,000 a week plus huge bonuses, the highest paid person on earth. At his death in 1977, his estate topped $100 million, about $500 million today. But the true value, complete rights to his film library, re-releases, TV, streaming, merchandise, still earning. Historians estimate his peak net worth between $400 million and $2 billion today. By modern standards, a billionaire. Wealth brought problems, controversy, tax battles, and scrutiny. In 1952, he was effectively exiled from the U.S. He settled in Switzerland and kept everything. He never threw anything away. After his death, a vast archive, scripts, storyboards, unreleased footage, letters, compositions, a treasure trove. He owned his studio, the stadium, the team, the merchandise, the broadcast rights. From slums to billionaire tycoon, a perfectionist and business genius who secured generational wealth. So, what did we just witness? From Mary Pickford building her own studio, to Clark Gable the King, to Douglas Fairbanks inventing the blockbuster, to Charlie Chaplin's billion-dollar empire, these weren't just actors. They understood their value and took control. The real power wasn't just being in the movie, it was owning the movie. Side by side, estimated modern net worths, with Chaplin at number 1 by a staggering margin. If you were surprised by number 1, tell me in the comments. And who we should cover next. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into insane history and wealth. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.